Hello YouTube, this is Isabel and I'm going to do a pick a number reading for you today. Only it's a little bit different because I'm not going to ask you to pick a number. I'm going to ask you to pick one of my spirit dolls. I make spirit dolls as well from fine found wood that I find in the dunes and that speak to me and want to be given an expression, and so then I take them home and dolls happen. So there were three that wanted to come out for you today, and I'm going to hold them up for the camera, in front of the camera, so that you can see them and have a bit of a feel. You can also with every doll just pause the video for a second so that you can feel if this is the doll for you. And then I am going to read cards for each and every doll to see what message they have for you. Okay, this is a general reading, so take it as it applies, take it how it resonates, and my readings are also timeless because when you come upon the message and it resonates with you at that moment, then it is for you. Okay, so here we go. Without further ado, number one to come out is this one, called Shadow Hunter. So take a good look and feel if her energy is for you. Okay, that's number one. Number two is this one. She's called Ali. Take a good look to see if, are we focusing? Yeah. To see if she speaks to you. That's number two. Number three is Wotanda. This one, I have to say, I mean, I love all of them, but this one is really something. So if you, once again, if you have to just pause. Oh, she is a curious one. She's curious for you. All right, that's enough. We are going to return to the camera, darlings. Okay, so I'm going to pull cards for each and every one of these dolls. Okay, and I'm leaving. Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is something I have never done before. Okay, so in case you didn't understand, I put timestamps for each of the dolls in the description, so you can hop straight away to the spirit doll of your choice. So those of you that chose Shadow Hunter, here she is again. The oracle that we chose for you is the Oracle of Black Enchantment, which isn't so strange because she is a Shadow Hunter and this is a Shadow deck. So let's go right in, because the first card to come out is this one, and to me that one speaks of a great deal of repressed anger, well, maybe not even too far repressed, but anger that you are holding in, anger at something that has happened in the past. It speaks of not just anger, but your own power, and your own rage at whatever it is that you have a right to be angry about. Okay, and this is something that apparently needs to come out, and not just come out, but be transmuted, because the second one to come out is this one, and that tells me that we are talking not as much as not about having an outburst or an explosion or a confrontation, although those things can also be healing, right? But it looks like we are talking about a healing, And this card depicts kind of an exorcism, but it speaks of all kinds of healing, really. I think that whatever the issue was with what has caused this anger has also had an impact on you physically, has maybe caused psychosomatic symptoms, or has undermined your physical health maybe in some way or another. And yeah, but it seems that since you chose this message, that the time has come to release these things, right? Because it's interesting. Those two cards both speak of a release, and but this release is far more destructive than this one, and so it seems to me that that you have a choice. That you have a choice here. I don't think. I mean, I hold no judgment either way, seriously, because this is something you have a right to be angry about, right? Because this is, if you look carefully, this is a witch who is being burnt and suddenly transforms into her monstrous self, right? Into her powerful self, and yeah, probably taking half the town with her. So those are strong feelings and strong emotions, but they can be channeled and released in a safe and hopefully more constructive manner. But this is still a confrontation that you need to have with yourself and whatever it is that that may have happened before. Okay. What strikes me though? Oh, what strikes me about this card? I'm going to explain that to you later, because you won't get it if you haven't seen the other ones. So this is your next card, and this basically says the same thing, right? That there is something that scares you, and the thing that scares you are your own deep feelings of hurt and anger, and they will need to be confronted, and you could say exercised, but I am actually thinking transmuted into something constructive. Because look here, in the background you see the lilies blooming, and yeah, this means a deep change. What also strikes me is that the number of this card is 49, and 4 and 9 is 13. The number 13 means a deep transformation on the karmic level. Okay, so this is something that has, it may actually be part of a pattern that has been with you or with your family throughout the generations, and this is why it seems so big and so intangible. But it is actually in your life, in this lifetime, it is actually quite concrete, and so it can be handled. And the beautiful thing is, look, you see that this white cat is here, just as the white cat was here as well. Okay, and so that means to me that your good spirits, your good guidance are with you to help you through this, and to guide you on this inward journey, and to protect you from whatever it is that you might be afraid of. And the beautiful thing is, look here, the white cat card itself also came out, and to me this is a great confirmation that your guidance is telling you right now, don't be afraid. It is time to release this. It is time to heal this. Okay, and they are with you to help you do that. And I pulled 2 more cards on this one. This is from another oracle. This is the Moon Oracle, and this is the card of protection. This is the card of good spirits being with you, and literally Spirit has your back on this one. Spirit has your back on this one. Okay, and so if you ask your ancestors and your guides to help you in this process, they will be there. And it is time to release this, and it is time for self-forgiveness also. Okay, and what will it do for you? Well, it will definitely be the start of a new phase for you. And yeah, it opens a door for you, because you know, once you release one thing, then you make room for another thing. So there it is. And yeah, let me see. Do you have anything else on this? Okay, I'm going to pull some charms. See if anything comes out for you. Oh, well, this is interesting. Oh, it's such a pity I can't really show how they are falling on the camera, but here is the skull. So that means an ending to something, but it also means the spirits, your dead, that are with you. There's the cat, yet again. But this is also you as a child, because this is the kitten. It stands for playfulness and innocence. So your innocence, your playfulness will return. All right, and yeah, this is a confirmation. I hope you can see it. It's the caduceus. So yeah, there is magic. This is a magical process. This is a process of transformation. Okay, so that was the message for you from my shadow hunter. I hope that it helped you. I hope that if it helped you, please hit subscribe and like. And yeah, I hope to see you around soon. Thank you very much. So, for the people that chose my little alley here, I have pulled your cards, and we are going to dive straight in. It's interesting because those I'm using the soul cards, by the way. Those are the ones that came out the first, and this one actually the first. But I take them together because they speak to me of taking a leap of faith into a new phase, and it is a phase of development, of spiritual development for you. Okay, I mean, look at this. It's very, I hope it's focusing. Yeah, it's a very beautiful card, and it speaks of teaching and of a teaching spirit that is with you. Okay, so your spirits are saying that it is time that you that you take steps or to your spiritual development further, and for a next phase. It seems that you are being, it's interesting, because if you look closely at this card, you see that in the belly of this instrument there's actually an unborn child. So it is kind of a rebirth, or it is the birth of your potential. And I have the impression, based on the cards that I have here, that this is about spiritual development, but it could also be a general question of your education. Okay, so if you have been thinking of taking any classes or courses or of whatever kind, or going back to school, Spirit is supporting this, even if it looks scary, even if it is a brand new beginning for you. But it is definitely also about leaving something behind. I do feel, though, like I said, based on the other cards, that it is primarily about your spiritual development, and about allowing Spirit to bring you more, to teach you more, to learn to trust. Yes, to trust the messages that you are getting. Okay, because I think that you are now reaching the phase where you are starting to discern between your intuition and wishful thinking. Okay, so that's exciting. That is wonderful, because Spirit is saying, go for it. Okay, don't be afraid. I am here. I have your back. Okay, so yeah. So if you take that step, if you say to Spirit, well, thank you, Spirit, I hear you. now take me along on whatever path this is that you want me on. Then this will happen, okay? And there is, I think it is no coincidence that this is happening now, because we are all more or less forced to, many of us don't have much more to do than go within, or at least we are being confronted with things that we need to change, or things that no longer work for us, okay? And another thing that is happening is that there is a lot of new light coming in for all of us, and yeah, be open to that and be aware of that, okay? So if you have been feeling changes within yourself, please know that it is not your imagination, okay? You are being, many of us, all of us that are open to it, our energies are being recalibrated, okay? And so yeah, if you pay some attention to your crown chakra in particular, and ask for the light to come in, and to be rooted within you, then it will come. And then these new gifts or actually activations of what you already have will follow. I mean, not all in one go, obviously, but you will notice differences in your perceptions, and you will notice differences in how your intuition speaks to you, okay? And I like this one. I mean, look at those together, because here we have, this is such a confirmation of these new higher energies coming on your head, basically coming to guide you and teach you and light the way for you. Light the way is what I'm hearing. Yeah. So I love seeing those two together. So there seems to be a lot of emphasis on your head, but this one also tells me, just like this one, that you're not alone, okay? And your protection and your guidance is with you to help you through it. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at the window because I see that my lighting is fluctuating a little bit. That's probably just the weather, because we're having changeable weather today. Okay, so the next card to come out, I used the Moon Oracle as well, is this one. And this card speaks of protection. This one reflects literally what I just said about Spirit having your back, and being right behind you, being right beside you, to help you to process this and to release or transform, or however it applies for you, all those things that have hindered your progress so far. And it may be that those changes are uncomfortable. Okay, it may be that those changes are uncomfortable to you, one way or another, or confrontational, or that those are suddenly big changes to happen for you. Because speaking from my own experience, spiritual changes often happen when also changes happen in the real world, okay? And yeah, you may notice some things and factors in your life, energies, influences, people in your life falling away, or relationships no longer working, or whatever, just because you are changing, okay? And this is why Spirit wants you to know, this is why Ali wants you to know, do not be alarmed. That is all part of the plan, okay? Right. And so yeah, this is wonderful. This kind of confirms this, the mask, because the mask is saying, well, first of all, the mask means you coming into your own power, okay? But it also means that you may be looking behind the mask. You may be getting insights into people and things that are new to you. Yeah, so this is why some people or some relationships or other factors in your life may no longer appeal or may no longer work to you, because you can look much deeper into them, okay? And that comes with the territory, all right? And so we have also here the guru, the teacher. And for some of you, this might be your spirit that guides you and teaches you, but it may also be an actual teacher, a spiritual teacher that you may come across, that may appear on your path. And be open to that. If you are actually looking for a human teacher, ask spirit. Ask spirit if such a person may appear into your life. And but regardless of that, spirit is here to teach you, all right, to teach you more and to help you on this exciting new path. I mean, I think it's exciting. All right, let's see if spirit also has maybe a few charms for you. If Ali has a charm for you. Ali, do we have charms? Oh, well, that's nice. There we have Raven. A Raven. Oh, okay. Well, ship keeps wanting to come out. So there we go. All right. I have the Raven, which means a message from spirit. So that's a confirmation. I also have the Lightning. So that confirms what I just said about insights, but also about the light that is coming in. Okay. And the Ship. That means that this is a new journey. But it also means that your ancestors are with you, okay? Because this is a Viking ship, so I often get it for my own ancestors. So yeah, so here are your ancestors who are taking you on a new journey. I think that's very exciting. Okay, thank you, Ali, and I hope that this helps you. And if so, please hit like and subscribe and share and comment and all those things. And I will hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. So, for those of you that chose number 3, Vodanda, I used the Minkyate Tarot, and well, it seems to be a very specific message. So it might even be for only one of you. It seems quite specific. But you know, let's just dive in and take it as it take what resonates and ignore the rest. Is what I think. Interesting. Because what I have in the card here is the Ace of Swords and Cancer, the crab. So it seems to me that some decision. I mean, from this I already got, and we'll see what the others are saying to confirm this, but it seems to me that some kind of decision has been made, or some truth has come to light, okay? And some difficulties, some intrigue or other has been exposed. There has been a situation in which not all was as it seems, okay? And this needed to come to light, as painful as it was. For some of you, given that it is a crab, it may be that that this is about family. It could be about family for some of you. But when I look at the rest of the cards, I am inclined to think that that this is about a work situation. Okay, so like I said, take it as it applies, take it as it resonates for you. And so then the next card to come out was Death. So yeah, that definitely confirms that something has ended and something needed to come to a full stop, and probably something ended quite abruptly for you. Okay, and I say from the rest of the cards, you will understand why I think that this has to do with the work situation. But it might have been any kind of relationship, however it resonates for you, because I wanted to know, what is it that needed to end? What is it that needed to be cut short here? And there we have the Scorpio. So it might. Maybe some of you are dealing with a Scorpio in a situation like this, but for me, the Scorpio is kind of equivalent, right, to Cancer, the crab. It denotes some, you know, the sting is in the tail, right? It means a toxic situation, or passions that ran too high, or things that were hidden, backstabbing, a lot of negative stuff, negative circumstances that that needed to be removed from your life, or maybe you needed to remove yourself from it. Okay, maybe it is you that walked away, and very rightly so, because the next card to come out, or two cards actually, is yeah, it's interesting because the Fool came out, and I had an impression of being made a fool of, and so this is why I'm thinking something came to light, something that made you feel betrayed, or made light of, and people having been dishonest with you, so that you were made to look bad, or were made to look stupid in some way. Okay, and the next one to come out is the Sagittarius. So that means that the Fool is also telling you, well, yeah, never again, and I learned my lesson, and this is a whole new journey, and now I am finally free to start over. And this is what Sagittarius, of course, immediately expresses, like taking, yeah, this is what I'm hearing, taking the higher ground, taking the higher road, all right, and you know, leaving with your head held high, and on to the next thing, and actually being ambitious about it, right? And the reason that I am thinking that this might have been about work is the card of Capricorn. So that denotes your career, and the plan, basically the plan for your life. It may be that you have had to adjust the plan that you had for your life, and this is why it felt like such a shock and such a transformation. But the situation had gotten really untenable, and if it was you who made the decision to walk away, then you definitely made the right decision. Okay, because I think it's nice to see this balance actually between Sagittarius, who was like go 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 go, new things, new things, new things, and Capricorn, who is saying, well, yeah, let's start with a plan. Okay, let's rethink this and take concrete steps. Okay, so well done you, well done you. It seems like you have a very healthy perspective on this. Excuse me. Okay, so the next one, once both cards to come out, is here the card of Fortitude, or Strength, but in this deck definitely is Fortitude, which means being tenacious and having patience, and just keeping at it. All right, standing your ground, holding your position. And this is why I'm thinking that you have shown that it is you who has shown considerable courage under fire. All right, and here is the King of Baton, the King of Staffs, and so that means that whatever it is that you had to keep doing has given you considerable mastery, career-wise and work-wise. Okay, you have proven your strength, but you have also proven your skill, and people have noticed that. I think also, yeah, I think that this applies for the situation that you are in, but it also applies for now. All right, because it may be a while until your plan, the new plan, is actually going to work, or until you have actually made the plan. But don't be afraid, because you have what it takes. Okay, and you will get the recognition for this. All right, so I like this a lot. Okay, let's see what we have, if there are some charms that want to come out for you as well. Oh, I want different charms, different charms for different dolls. Okay, what can you tell me about this, guys? Do we have some more detail? Oh, that is nice. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hey, come here. Don't. Guys, I hope you will trust me when I say that the bee wanted to come out, which stands for work, and then it jumped back in. So yeah, maybe it will be a while. All right, be a while. Oh God. No, my puns aren't getting any better. All right, so the first one to come out is the eye. So yeah, that to me that confirms in this case recognition, right? Recognition for what you have done, for the road that you have taken, and for the new plan that you are developing. Okay, that what is falling out upside down is the cross. So this is definitely a burden that has been lifted. Yeah, you haven't even that has been lifted. The burden has been lifted. Is what I'm getting. Wonderful. All right. And so we have the apple, and that means that I'm hearing rich pickings. So whatever it is that you are going to do next, whatever is going to come next, it will be lucrative. You will be provided for, and more than. So don't worry too much, okay? Because there we also have the butterfly, and this means that this is a real transformation and a change for the better, okay? And so yeah, wow, I have to say that I like this message a lot. I hope that it speaks to you, and I hope that it helps you. If so, please hit like and subscribe and share and comment and all those things. And thank you for letting me do this for you. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.